We can do the supports meanwhile you guys think about it. Dimitri and Sylvain.
I'd better avoid the training grounds. I swear His Highness never sleeps.
You're out late, Sylvain.
Goals and scrolls.
Is it safe to assume you've been wildly carousing with women? I'm afraid that behavior simply will not do.
Ah, Your Highness. Hello. No, I was not wildly carousing with women. There was only the one. Let's just forget you saw me. Agreed?
Unfortunately,
I have
do
not
that.
yet. No, I
It's
left
time
it.
someone talked some sense into you, and it seems the task
left
has
it at-
fallen to me.
I left it at the same time we left it on the last stream. We wanted to recruit Bernadetta, I remember, but I don't have a brawler in this one, so maybe Kaspar could be also an option.
Sylvain, I'm not saying you can't enjoy yourself at night, but you must learn the art of moderation. Again and again, you end up wandering the streets until the early morning.
Okay, I get it. I don't need one of your lectures. I've got them all memorized anyway.
Although Raphael is very tempting
I
too.
promise I'll be better in the future. I'll stop going out at night. I'll focus more on my studies. And in return, you'll go into town with me. And we'll invite some cute girls to dinner. Shall we shake on it?
I used to do with axes and armor.
The way your mind works absolutely confounds me. How did you even arrive at such a notion?
You need to get out more. Naive and uptight is no way to live your life.
Naive and uptight? Yes, well, compared to you, I imagine I'm downright run-of-the-mill.
I'm not so sure. Most men are experienced enough to know not to give a dagger to the girl they...
Will you never let that rest? It was many years ago. Perhaps a good knock on the head will help you to finally forget about it.
With your brute strength, a knock on the head could knock the life right out of me. You'd better watch that temper, Your Highness. So how about this? I'll try to behave, and you'll try to loosen up.
If I do as you wish, will you truly promise to improve your behavior?
Welcome, Valkyrium.
What'd I just say? Of course I'll behave. A knight of Fargus never goes back on his word. What about you? I want to see you with a girl on your arm.
I am a man of my word. I will attempt to do as you ask. But you had better uphold your end of the bargain as well.
Seriously? Yeah, I'll believe it when he introduces me to the lucky girl. Oh, Dimitri, you always take even the silliest things so very seriously. This should be fun.
Let's get these supports going. Annette. Cool, cool.
Good morning, Your Highness. Getting in some early training, huh?
Oh, it's not too terribly early. And what about you?
Oh, I'm just going for my morning walk. Hey, maybe you'd like to join me. It's a great way to start the day.
Morning walk? Funny. You still have always kept the same habit. You really do remind me of your father, Annette.
I hear that a lot. Father was always busy with work, so he wasn't around much. But when he was home, he'd often take me with him for his walks.
Annette, something's been weighing on me. Something I've done terribly wrong. Your father, he worked tirelessly. I don't know if I ever saw him take a rest. I feel as though, in a way, we stole him from you.
I'll admit it was a bit lonely growing up. But I understand. Father loved his work. No one ever doubted that. Actually, I've been thinking recently that I'd like to talk to you more, Your Highness.
Oh? Any reason in particular?
Father was a man of few words, both with myself and my mother. Sometimes he would tell me about you. So, you don't really feel like a stranger to me. In a way, it's like I've known you for a long time. Almost as though you're my big brother.
Your big brother?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I let that slip out. That was rude of me.
No, nonsense. I promise you, I
No.
don't mind at all. It's certain that my days would have been filled with more fun if I'd had a little sister like you. What kind of things did Gustav tell you about me? I'd love to hear more on this topic.
Do you really want to know? Well, for one, he used to tell this story about when you were a child, and
You know what? Never mind. I have a bad feeling about where this is going. How about you forget we had this talk altogether? And don't mention it to anyone.
Yellow's cool, come on. Ash and Sylvain. Ooh.
Wow, Ash, training again? You're taking this whole knight thing pretty seriously.
It's just my daily training. Maybe you could stand to be a little more eager yourself? If I want to be a great knight, I've got no choice but to put the effort in.
No choice. I think you're making life too difficult. Knights don't have to be perfect. All I'm saying is, I've seen some pretty sloppy knights out there.
That's not going to be me. I'm going to be a proud knight, virtuous and gallant.
Virtuous and gallant? Are you kidding me? If you just ride around being virtuous, people will get fed up. They'll boot you out of town.
It's never wrong to have virtue, not even if it means being made an outcast.
Interesting idea. You think very highly of this whole virtue thing. Say, have there been any knights who became great just by thinking highly of themselves? Think on this. Knights are supposed to protect people and earn their admiration. Isn't that right?
Well, yes. So what are you saying I should do?
Seize people's hearts!
What do you mean?
You want people to love you? Offer them something they haven't got. Guess what that is? It's you, Ash. They don't have you. Get out there, buddy. Be valiant. Help people. Here, I'll show you how it works.
Sylvain, don't go bothering people.
Hey there, cutie. You seem to have lots of bags there. They must be heavy.
Hey people, welcome.
My name's Sylvain. Let me help you out. Are these going in the warehouse?
Helping out those in need, I guess that's a good start.
No thanks necessary. It's been enough just to be able to talk to you. Well, if you insist. How about we go get some tea? It must be fate that we met like this. I'd like to get to know you.
Damn.
Great knight, huh? More like a great philanderer. Seems like all he wants to do is flirt with women. No, I can't allow this. I have to stop him.
And then Ash and Ingrid.
hi there, Ash. Here to do some reading as well, I take it? Ash?
He's reading.
Huh, Ingrid, you gave me a start. How long have you been standing there?
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
Oh, it's quite an old book. One of the really old legends of Fargus.
Aha! It must be the Sword of Kaifon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
Oh yes. I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal copy fell apart. I brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book. The tale of the warrior Kaifon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Lug to become king.
Lug.
He went to great lengths to see things through.
It's a funny name.
Exactly. I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Indeed, he was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
Ah, the part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part. In a flash, Kaifon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Kaifon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments, their forces lay vanquished, decimated by his mighty blows.
Reading club.
I can recite the entirety of it if you like. I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it. Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
I'm glad of it as well.
Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ash?
Well, the first one I ever read was Lug and the Maiden of Wind.
You have fantastic taste. That story is another favorite. The final chapter makes me tear up every time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that ending out of my head.
Ash is pure and must be protected at all costs. There's some pure character here, like Ash, Ignat, and all of those. All that kind, Mercedes, Annette. These people is pure.
It seems we have much in common. I look forward to chatting again sometime.
I'd love to. Yes, let's.
Marianne. He's a bum. I do like Ignat. I don't know. I found him such a sweet man. I just hate to see him hurt. Oh, so we do need to explore. And then we'll do some battles. Just a celebrate to savant. No, you're gonna be a sword master. We don't need the last classes, anyways. What do you want, Dimitri? Let's
Thank
talk.
you for your help the other day, Professor. Please, allow me to express my gratitude by taking you to dinner.
I would be delighted.
Fantastic. But please think about what you'd like to eat. After all, such magnificent guidance must work up quite an appetite. I've studied swordsmanship for some time, but your mercenary skills are something else entirely. Speaking of which, there's another question I must ask you. Were you reconciled with the reality of battle from your first foray? With the killing part, I mean?
It's never easy.
I see.
How about you?
No. I do not carry that burden well. The first time I led on the battlefield, I was sent to quell a rebellion. It was not a difficult fight. The enemy was not well trained and their morale was low. A swing of the lance and your opponent falls. A flash of your blade and a path opens up. That's the sort of battle it was. Easy, right? The noble family from that area sought to seize the throne after my father's untimely death. The leader of the rebel army was defeated and the rebellion quelled. This was at the height of the post-war period. I recall coming across a dead soldier's body. He was clutching a locket, and inside was a lock of golden hair. I don't know to whom it belonged. His wife? His daughter? Mother? Lover? I'll never know. He was a soldier, an enemy, someone we had cut down without hesitation. But in that moment, I realized he was also a real person, just like the rest of us. Of course, we cannot stand idly by and allow anyone to commit senseless acts of violence.
It'd be like that, bro.
Yet, in dispensing what we call justice, we take the lives of cherished family members, beloved friends. Killing is part of the job, but even so, there are times when I'm chilled to the bone by the depravity of my own actions.
It's part of the job, but even so, there are times when I'm chilled to the bone by the depravity of my actions. I felt the same way. Let's be relatable.
You feel
to
the
him.
same way as more comfort, Professor? May I? When we first met, I thought of you as someone who felt no strong feelings about killing your enemies. I could never trust someone who kills without batting an eye. My heart won't allow it. But after speaking with you and getting to know you better, I can see you're not like that. Now I know, with all my heart, that I can trust you. Thank you for that.
Very nice. Very cool. Dimitri, hope you feel better soon. Ooh. Sylvain's doing. Let's do this. A lot of supports today, Jesus. What happened?
Oh, Professor. I didn't realize you were there. If we keep running into each other like this, people will start to talk. They'll say, Sylvain and the Professor are on the prowl. Forget it. What do you need?
Got a problem, Sylvain?
I fell for that girl recently, but I just wanted to have some fun and leave it at that. So, I told her we should break it off. I guess she was feeling a little more serious than I was. She started crying, and everything got a bit complicated.
Don't need to call really a jerk. Like, it can happen, right? It's not that really.
Come on, Professor. Playing around with girls is the most fun a guy can have. Besides, I don't care what you think of me. I don't intend to change how I live my life. I'm a good-for-nothing, if you haven't noticed. But I'm still a noble with a crest. That's all anyone cares about. It's best to avoid getting too serious with fools like that. It only leads to trouble. I'm gonna be forced into an arranged marriage with some random noble woman anyway. By the way, Professor, you didn't know you had a crest, did you? I see. I suppose a mercenary wouldn't be concerned with such things. Most children who are born to noble families are tested upon birth to see if they bear one. Even descendants of the 10 elites, like myself, can't be legitimate heirs without a crest.
I don't know, it's just... I don't really hate him, because I don't really sure still if he, like, promises to girls that he wants to be with them. But if he just wants to fuck, I mean... And the other person gets too excited about him, it's not his problem, really. Well, it is his problem to some degree, but it's not his fault. If he always tell us that he wants to fuck, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he just wants to fuck.
That means as children, we're only accepted if we're born with one. The heads of most noble houses keep having kids until they get one with a crest. Those children then grow up to be heads of their houses, and the vicious cycle continues. Do you get it now? To all these commoner girls, I'm just a trophy. Or rather, a stud horse.
I don't mean you for the bloodline, that's silly call.
See? I knew you'd get it. These girls don't love me. They love the potential rewards of loving me. If I marry a girl, and she gives birth to a child with a crest, that kid might become the next head of House Gautier. But nowadays, with the bloodlines getting weaker, there are a lot of kids like my brother, born with no hope. For ages now, those of us with crests have been envied and desired, but never for who we are. I understand the value of my blood. Believe me, I hate how much I understand it.
I guess we will see in this Let's Play.
I know better than to dream of being free from this burden. I'm used to it by now. I used to think I didn't have the right to live freely. That's right. You know what? I'm a bit jealous. The whole time you were growing up, you never knew you had a crest. You were free. Nobody pretended to like you. I kind of hate you for that. You were a spoiled brat who should pay for that crest. Maybe I'll collect the debt. Gotcha! Wow, you should have seen the look on your face just then. Don't mind me, Professor. After all, ladies love a dark and brooding noble.
Oh, Sylvain. You get better stats, right? In battle, like classic Fire Emblems, if you have support.
How do you like that?
Well done! Okay, very good, very nice. Very cool. Okay, it's closer, very nice. Yeah, the backstory is nice, especially if you haven't seen it. Alright, now we can do some battles. Yeah, we can do one Paralogue, War for the Weak. Dedue receives a concerning missive about his people, who continue to bear the burden of oppression based on blame for the tragedy of Duscur. Alright, good. I haven't done that one. And I know they are pretty hard.
Something happened?
Oh, it's you, Professor. Since you are here, I have a favor to ask. Your Highness, you've returned.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Dedue. I'm glad you're here as well, Professor. I want you both to hear this. Dedue is already aware, but you should know there's been an uprising in the Duscur region, in the western part of the kingdom.
Damn. Why?
I am from Duscur. It lies just beyond the mountains on the northwestern border of Fargus.
Let's go there.
You are of course aware of what transpired there. The land was burned to ashes by the army of Fargus. All of the people were slaughtered. This was our punishment for the crime of regicide. The barren expanse that was once Duscur is now controlled by a kingdom noble, but Duscur survivors, such as myself, still exist outside the region. This uprising is most likely the work of such survivors, seeking to reclaim their homeland.
A request for aid was sent from Viscount Clayman to the kingdom capital and the church. He is the one who rules over that region at present. For now, the lords surrounding the Duscur region have sent their armies to help suppress the uprising. However...
Are they short on troops?
They have sufficient troops, and strong ones at that. My worry is that there will be more unwarranted death. There have always been many in the kingdom's army who believe the people of Duscur are foes and hate them because of it. You would think they'd refrain from squashing the rebels out of political expediency, but I doubt that will be the case.
Damn racist.
If the kingdom's army and the rebel forces of Duscur collide, there is no doubt that the rebel forces will be annihilated. I'm afraid that's the best case scenario.
Oh.
It could also turn into complete and bloody chaos for both sides.
Indeed.
Which brings me to my news.
That's such a good voice.
I have just now received the permission I requested from the church.
Permission for what?
I asked the church to deploy our class to help handle the situation.
So we may go?
Not so fast. We still have a responsibility as students of the academy, after all. The only one who can truly make the decision as to whether or not we go is our professor. So, what do you say?
Very well. Begin, Paralogue.
You have my most sincere gratitude.
No problem, dude.
And mine as well. But we must move fast. I will go and alert the others.
War for the weak. I kind of wanted to have the Duscur people, to be honest. Not sure how you guys feel, but I don't know. Jump, jump. Oh, it's that map. I know this map. It's a pretty annoying mission you have to do there. What? Is she the strongest one? No, let's see. Who are we choosing? Roshetta's definitely. Sylvain is lower level, so maybe we can train him up to the same level as her. And that's it. Okay. They could go together. That's very cute. So we're gonna bob this guy with magic immediately. That seems like the best thing to do. Sadly I don't have flyers yet, but got the first attack here. Okay. Yeah, the fucking Pegasus Knight. So you guys remember it. The one you have to save
The kingdom's vanguard has already arrived, just as we'd feared. They far outclass the Duscur forces. We cannot stand by and allow another massacre. But we cannot obstruct the Fargus army either. Our best hope is to force the troops of Duscur to withdraw before the kingdom soldiers get to them.
I see.
The main body of the kingdom's army is bound to arrive soon. Until then, once the main force arrives, we will be out of options.
It's probably going to be timed.
It seems the church and the kingdom troops are not working together. My head hurts just thinking about it, but we may be able to use that. First, let's push Duscur to retreat. The kingdom might then also withdraw without a fight.
Let us be quick about it.
You defeat the Duscur army for the king and army does. They will leave the battlefield without any casualties. Okay. So wait. That's Duscur. So the red ones are the Duscur ones. Where's the commander? Oh my god, he's already here. Is this a commander? Oh, here it is. Oh, he's definitely super far away. Well, I guess we have to kill him though.
Here goes.
Wind! Jesus. So powerful. I don't really think I want to be with that though. What is your attack speed? 7? That's pretty bad. My speed is way higher than that. 3 points. Yeah. How about with Sagittai? No, wait. 5. 5 and 7 is still not enough. Right? It's not doubling. 4 more, yeah, so it's a classic fire round.
I give my all for our goal. You will die here.
What's done is done.
Go now.
But aren't you with Vargas?
Oh, so I'm not technically
I'll give
killing
it my
them,
all.
but I am.
Saw it coming.
I'll cut through.
Throw the javelin! Nope.
I'll go.
Ah, fabulous. Didn't even miss.
You're weak.
I have to rush out this
You
way.
can still get out of here.
Run.
What should I do?
We're probably going to
I'm
block
on
the
it.
path.
Here we go.
Stay focused.
Our grudge will not be settled until all of you are dead and
What are you doing? Come on, guys, you're not very strong.
Not good enough.
Nice. Ow. Wasn't that the commander?
Split up between the east and the west and advance. That'll put the squeeze on those Duscur animals in.
They are moving out. Time.
No!
I won't allow. I'll have your life for atonement, Kingslayer. Heretics, filthy Duscur demons.
Jesus. Stop! No! Stop killing them! No! These are our allies, right? I cannot attack them. We need to move out south then. Cannot attack there. Let's move south too. I kinda want to attract that archer if possible. Not possible, I see. Strength and res.
Much appreciated.
That's very cool. $21 damage. Gah.
You're a big help.
Well done. Where's my Lavin sword? I don't have a Lavin sword. Don't seem to have it yet. probably try to kill this guy. But I don't have the best of accuracies, right? Maybe 48%. That's garbage. Could use this.
You can count on us.
Let's win this already.
You're not gonna miss this. Excellent.
Just give up.
Just give up. HP, strength, speed, luck, defense, and charisma. Fabulous! Oh, that was so good.
Safely away.
Fabulous! Fantastic! Well, I could use a little bit of the Sword of the Creator, to be honest. No misses allowed. Do you resemble this guy? You do. Very good.
Over already.
Use the sword. I don't know, just... I guess it's fun to use it. I know the sword will get improved at some point, so...
Another win.
I can use it. Well done, Felix. Strength, speed, and charisma. Nice strength and speed, bruh. No! Yeah, good dodges. Ooh. Ooh! Ooh! Ouch. God, they are so superior to them.
Revenge for my...
No! You damn fools. I need to hurry up on the other side, though. I'll just bring the fast units and... There you go.
Doing my part.
Finally we got Ash to the correct amount of levels he needs.
I'll stick with...
You got strength too. So good.
Thanks.
Yeah, just a regular attack. It's fine. Bonk. Equip the wind so we get more speed. How much else is there? It seems like they're almost done for though. I'm gonna get the avatar there just in case. Felix is quite close. Maybe Felix is the one. Yeah, there we go. Come here. No! Don't do it! Destroy him! Ah, damn. He didn't attack me. Level 10. HP, magic, speed, and charisma. I like the speed, and that's pretty much it. They heal. Rip. Oh, damn.